Alright, so we are going to use a canvas, can be any size, mine is 10 by 10. And then of course you have your paint colors. I am using red, blue, white and black. And I got these cute little stars. They are from wooden stars, but if you don't have any of these, you can always cut out some from paper, or I get these actually at Michael's. They come in the bag to decorate. And I think that's it. Of course, Elmer's glue, water, paint brushes. I have different sizes. I think it's important to have a tinier paintbrush and a larger one. And that's it. So I'm excited to paint with you guys today. So we are going to start with just designing the first part, which is going to be just the background of our flag. And as you see on this painting right here, you don't see the whole flag, you kind of just see these wavy lines. And I intentionally make them wavy so you don't have to worry about straight lines. So if you like to use a pencil, you are welcome to use a pencil. I don't think it's necessary for this painting, but if you are one of those people who, who would like to, who feels better if sketch it out, then let's do that. So I'm going to start with just a wavy line, just dividing my canvas. This is going to be my blue section, and here are going to be my stripes. So you can start about maybe 3 closed fingers from the top of your canvas, from the corner, right corner, and all I'm going to do is just adding a slightly wavy bumpy line that goes all the way down to the corner. Now go ahead and maybe halfway on the top here, I'm going to add another wavy line. This is going to be a beginning of my stripes. First we're going to start with the red. And each wavy line is going to widen up as you go towards the bottom of your canvas. So maybe I'm going to add another one right here. It gets wider down here. And I'm only going to have 3 stripes. So if you guys are working with your children, they can always mark it like this could be my red, white, red, and then this is going to be your blue stripe. Okay, so I think this is it. So now I'm going to grab my large paintbrush, dip it in the water. I'm gonna go ahead and dip it inside my blue paint and fill in this corner. Fill in the left corner of my flag with blue. Now I usually use easels, but I just want you guys to see this better, so that's why I have the canvas on a table. Oops, I almost dip it inside the red, almost. Now I'm gonna go around trace my wavy line. If you are more comfortable with tracing just using the small paintbrush, you can always do that. Just go back and forth. Here we go. And then of course it's always cool to just cover the sides of your canvas too, since I already doing this. And if you hang it up on your wall, it just looks nicer when the paint kind of overlaps. And then this one here too. Covering part of the top where the blue is. Okay, so I'm happy with this right now, so I think I'm gonna leave it that way. Now I'm gonna clean my paintbrush. You can still use the big brush. Dab it in a paper towel, dip it inside the white. I'm gonna start with my mid stripe right here. And you probably ask, why do we add white on the top of the white canvas? But it always looks nicer, it gives a shinier look to your painting. It's a nice primer color, so we wanna do that. Covering the edges. Kids gonna have fun with decorating the house for 4th of July. Okay. So I'm happy with my white right now. Alright, so you have to clean your brush. If you just wipe off the paint, that would work just fine. Go ahead and dip it inside the red. And now I'm going to start with this corner since my glue is still a little bit wet. Just kind of spread. I even like the white in it. Go ahead and spread the red. And do the same thing, cover the sides of your canvas. Nice, try to keep it nice and thin. Layer of paint. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add this stripe right next to the blue. And it's okay if they slightly overlap. It's gonna make the blue turn into like a darker purple color around the edges. And that's actually kind of neat. So don't worry about it. I like that. Okay. Carefully trace over my other wavy line. That's it. And I kind of like that effect too with the white. It turns kind of like a rustic color, the rustic look to your flag. And in the top, maybe just go over this area a little bit more here. Now, let's see. We fill in the bottom. I'll cover that. I'm loving it. Alright, so pretty much this is done. We should let it dry. I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna do after it dries. I have a few stars here. You can always paint your own stars. Some people don't even do stars. Some people would be just doing dots. What you can do, you can use the wooden side of your paintbrush, dip it inside the white and add dots. That way you don't have to worry about stars. And as you see, I'm not adding 50 stars. I'm just gonna add a few. So, and they are different sizes. And I'm just kind of going to arrange where they're going to be until. So maybe one over here. One over here. Love these little stars. Got them at Michael's. And it's about $1.50 and there's 130 in the bag. So it's funny. So I kind of like my arrangement. I'm gonna glue this on later on. Now this should be a little bit more dry on this side. I'm thinking about adding the bird, but I got some examples for you guys. I just cut out a butterfly. If you don't want to add a bird, you can add a butterfly. You can do any type of silhouette you guys like. I got a bird, and this you can all print out online. Or if you're brave enough, you can always paint a bird, because why not, right? So you can sketch it out with a pencil or a chalk first. And then when you're done sketching out, you're just going to trace over the outlines. So first of all, I'm going to just add the branch. And if you feel like you just want to add the branch, that's fine too. So I'm adding a little water and black paint. And maybe my branch is coming out from here. And slightly wavy line. Spread out another branch. Now make sure you wait for your painting to dry before you do all this. Because it's easier. I didn't wait, that's why I'm picking up some white and red. But I just keep wiping my brush off. Maybe this one can be a little bit longer. So here is my branch. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna pull out another from here. And then I probably make it this one a little bit wider. There. I'm kind of liking my bench right now. So now I'm going to add my birdie. So as you see, my bird, it's all pretty much made up shapes. So let's start with kind of like a flat, maybe a little bit more flat oval shape for the head. So my whole bird is about 3-4 finger width. Okay, so I'm going to add an oval shape. And as I said, you can always do it with pencil. so you don't have to worry about, messing it up. Or you can always print out a bird from online and just kind of do a mixed media art. And the body can be just a cool oval shape. And then I'm going to add a wing on top here, coming out. This wing too. And then I'm gonna add a tiny beak, of course. And then maybe add part of the head is going to be black. My bird looks like ate a lot, and that's fine. Little puffy bird. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add the tail. And little tiny feet right there. Okay, and tiny eyes. You can always add some highlights over it. And there is your birdie. So after you're done with your bird, I'm gonna fix this beak a little bit. You can add some leaves for your branches. I'm gonna add a few short lines. This is where my leaves are going to come out from here. And sorry about my radio. Pandora has a lots of commercials these days. So I'm adding kind of like an almond shaped little leaf, so you can do like a teardrop shape. Just kind of dab your paintbrush, dab the paint off from your paintbrush. And a few leaves around your branches. A few highlights over my bird. Can do some white, a little bit of white. And I think I'm done. The other thing you guys can do, you can always, when you glue on your stars, you can also paint them. You can also trace some of the stars so you don't even have to glue them on. You can paint them different colors just to make it, more interesting. So this would be my bird. I like it. I think it's a cool decor. Make a little smudge over here. That's the best part about painting. You just paint over it if you don't like it. if you guys like it, have fun with it. You can hang it up outside of your door. And I wish you guys all a happy 4th of July. Thank you so much for painting with me. Bye.